Hi, it's Durante Parks, and I'd like to share with you my commercial investors financing system. It's what every commercial property investor and financier needs, and that is a financing system for securing financing for acquisitions of commercial real estate. Now, my subject is limited specifically to financing of commercial properties. It doesn't apply to residential, it only applies to commercial properties. But before I share this awesome system with you, I want to make sure that you are the right person that I should be talking to. So, some of the obvious questions that we want to address here is, who is this system actually for? Well, we're going to address it. It will work for residential and commercial investors. So if you're a residential investor and you're looking to move into commercial investing, then this is a system that you want to integrate into it because it includes the tools and some training resources that are awesome. If you're a residential or commercial realtor, this system will work for you. You'll be able to take the resources in this system that we provide you and add and offer an added value service to all of your clients. So if you're a realtor, in addition to listing the property, wouldn't you think that if you could, one resource that would give you a really competitive edge as a realtor would be the ability to place your loans directly? And additionally, what do you think it would do to be able to get all of your listings pre-approved prior to the sale? So when the individuals come to purchase your property, not only will you say it's at a good price, but it has already been pre-approved and underwritten, and the financing is pretty much in place. That is something that realtors can integrate with this system into their current businesses. If you're a residential mortgage broker and you're looking to move out of that residential space because of the things are getting tight, Fannie and Freddie are tightening the rules. You got regulations and limitations and restrictions on what you can and can't do, how much you can and can't make, and how much you can and can't charge. And you want to move into the commercial market where it's basically unregulated, then this system will be of great value to you also. And if you're a commercial investor like me, who's always looking for creative and alternative financing sources, then this is an essential tool for an active commercial property investor. And of course, if you're a commercial financier or / broker who's looking for financing for your clients, this system is your hookup to getting your deals placed and put an end to working with the jokers, the brokers, and all of those other characters. So, what does this system actually do? All right, and we want to talk about this because it's a system. Now, remember, locating property is not hard to do. In this typical scenarios, you're going to run into properties, REOs, say from a local bank. You can get the $10 million property for $5 million. The bank agrees to sell it to you for $5. You execute a contract to purchase for $5. And then you go out and look for the financing, and there are two problems you're going to run into. One, you can't get it financed, or you can't close fast enough, or you can close fast enough, but the terms on the financing is tied to your purchase price, the LTV, LTC game, and a lot of other issues. But what this system does is addresses the core problems, and it actually fixes them. One, and first of all, is it does the property evaluation for you. It packages your loans up for you. It underwrites your loans, and it does it for you. That means you'll be able to underwrite your loans. And the reason you want to underwrite it yourself is because in the market now, the commercial lenders are underwriting commercial properties using residential underwriting guidelines. And what that basically means is you have to personally qualify for the loan. With this system and these tools, that doesn't happen, which is why you want to be sure you are underwriting your loans. yourself, because this system underwrites your loans using the CMSA underwriting guidelines. Now, what that means is, instead of you having to qualify for the loan for your property, the property qualifies for the loan, which means your credit, and your net worth, and all of those other factors are not relevant. You are basically insignificant, because the loan that you're getting and applying for is based 100% on the strength of the property. So the higher the income, the more it's worth. The lower the income, the less it's worth. But if you go outside of those guidelines, you're going to either have to come up with more money, or you're going to have the person guarantee the loans. With this system, you do not have to worry about that actually happening to you. Okay, it's really cool. And this system will, give you the ability to submit your loans directly to your lenders, eliminating the need for brokers and third-party services, which is where a lot of the problems actually occur. And it gives you the ability to take total control over all of your acquisitions. So let's talk about, for a minute, briefly, this acquisition process. It's really simple, but people have made it complicated. It's basically 8 steps. 1, you locate your property. 2, you analyze the property. 3, you package your property. 4, you underwrite it, or in a lot of cases, your lender underwrites it, or a third party underwrites it. You want to bring this in-house and be actively involved in this underwriting process. Okay. 5, you actually submit your package to your lenders. 6, you get a term sheet. 7, you negotiate your rates. Then you submit your offer to purchase. Now, I want you to notice, with this particular system, number 7, which is for most people, is step 1. In this system, number 7 is step 7. It's not step 1. The last thing we do is make offers on properties. The first thing we do is get the properties approved and underwritten, and then we make an offer. And that gives us the ability and puts us in a position where we can negotiate with the seller from a position of strength, because we have a report, professionally underwritten report that says, Mr. Seller, I hate to be the one to inform you, but your $9 million property is only worth $7.3 million based on this report. I'll be more than glad to purchase it, but it has to conform to my lender's guidelines, and based on this, it's worth 7.2 and not 8.5. If you'd like to move forward, I'll be more than glad to execute a contract. Otherwise, I'm going to go find me some other properties. That's what you can do with an underwritten report, and that's why it's making the offers is the last step, because now, even though you have your property approved for $10 million, you can actually apply for or buy the property for $7 million, finance it at 10, and you do the math. The rest falls out at closing. That's cool stuff. And of course, the step 8 is you actually go to the closing. That's the process, real simple. But I got to tell you, there's a problem. In spite of the simplicity of the process, there's a lot of complexity that keeps coming up, and it's one of the biggest problems. In fact, you've guessed it. It's the middlemen, the third parties, the consultants, the financiers, the advisors, the brokers, the jokers, these guys, these characters. These are the ones who are creating misinformation, taking upfront monies, working with shady lenders who are basically making it impossible for the average person to buy a commercial property. So the question is, would you trust your funding to any of these characters? And this brings up a point. If you're a serious investor, you cannot afford to put this responsibility of acquiring $1 million properties in the hand of some shady, flaky characters you find on the internet, advertising themselves to be experts or some kind of guru's voodoo on you. Don't even mess with that stuff. And that's what the biggest problem is. But the simple fix for this problem is that you take total control over your investing. No one is more concerned, or should be more concerned or more involved about the financing for your commercial properties and acquisitions than you are. Not the brokers, not the jokers. I mean, they're there, but at the end of the day, you need to be actively involved and are totally responsible for something as important as your own acquisitions. You have to take total control over the financing on your properties. And I do emphasize that. It's really important that you do. With this system, you have the ability to do just that, to take total control. But with that control comes responsibility. You will then be responsible for getting your deals done. You won't have to go blaming the brokers. He lied about this. They said this and did this. Some say they do. Some say they don't. Some say they will. Some say they won't. You don't even have to have that conversation at all, because you will have total control over all of your financing. I mean, from beginning to end. So now you can have total control over every aspect of your commercial financing projects. And what I'd like to introduce you to is my commercial investors financing system. Those are a few of the highlights. And what it actually does, gives you the ability to analyze, package, underwrite, and submit your deals directly to commercial lenders, and much, much more. Now, what I like to do is I like for you to get access to this system and all of these tools that are essential for financing your commercial property, just like the pros do, if you're serious. But remember, this system does not work, will not work, cannot work, was not designed to work with any residential properties. It can work with commercial properties only, portfolios of commercial properties. It'll work all day long, but no residential investing. Now, no residential properties. Now, what I've done is I've prepared several videos that actually give you full details on the systems and a demo that actually show you this system and working, and tools and resources that you can actually watch on the next video. In order to watch it, all you have to do is complete your name below and check your email, and you'll be at the next set of videos where you can get all of the details and watch the actual system and a few other little special videos that we've included also. So my name's Durante Parks, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And remember, now you can analyze, package, underwrite, and submit your commercial loans yourself. You do not need third parties. And best of all, you can do it all from your own computer. All right, that wraps this up. And remember, fill out the form below. I'll see you on the other side. And thanks for watching.